If you bought Bitcoin back in 2010, congratulations, because you are officially a millionaire. The price of Bitcoin has gone up over 1 million rand. And I am saying 1 million rand because it is in rand. When you go to USD, we are still talking around 68,000 US dollars. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lindy Sherries, and in this channel we talk crypto, stocks and forex. In today's video we're going to talk all about Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin? The price of Bitcoin? Who said something bad about Bitcoin? Who didn't believe in Bitcoin? How many Bitcoins do I have? I actually don't even have one Bitcoin. I only have a tiny fraction of Bitcoin, but then obviously I am making money from that. Is it too late to buy Bitcoin? That's what we're going to cover in this video. Let's talk about what is Bitcoin, because I know there's some of you who do not know what is Bitcoin. So it is digital money. So it is money that you cannot touch. So with your rand, you can touch your rand and go to a shop and buy. With Bitcoin, you cannot touch. Yes, there are debit cards which you can order now and transfer your Bitcoin into that debit card and use that to spend. The next question is, who started Bitcoin? Bitcoin was started by a student named called Satoshi Nakamoto back in 2008. So he's the one who actually published a white ledger which actually solved a problem of double spending. So double spending is actually when you send money to two different banks and then that money goes to those banks and then those people actually receive the money. But then that problem needed to be solved before blockchain can actually exist and also deal with Bitcoin. So the double spending problem was actually solved with blockchain. So what is blockchain? Blockchain is actually a group of computers that are connected together. The reason why you cannot hack blockchain or anything to do with Bitcoin when it is stored in blockchain is because you cannot hack one computer, because all these computers are connected to each other and they all need to verify that they do agree that money was sent from this wallet address and going to another wallet address. So that's why it is impossible to crack or even steal money from blockchain. Yes, there's so many scammers on social media where they scam money once it is in your wallet, and then they can scam you. You basically give them your wallet address, or they will tell you to click something, and then when you click that something, your money will disappear. Those are the downside of cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, because people are actually scamming on social media, but then in blockchain you cannot steal Bitcoin. There is a limit of Bitcoins that can be created, and the limit is 21 million, and currently we're sitting at around 18.5. So what is going to happen when we reach that 21 million? There won't be any creation of Bitcoin because it is capped. The limit, it is 21 million. So those who have Bitcoins, obviously the value will go up. You know, whenever the supply is low, the demands tend to go up. So what are the problems that blockchain and Bitcoin is solving? So currently when we talk about banks and the governments, we have issues with inflation. The government can actually print money as much as they want, and as a result, we have situations like inflation. So when you go to countries like Zimbabwe, if you want to go buy money, you have to carry your money with bags and bags because of inflation. So there is a halving process that happens in Bitcoin every 4 years. All the Bitcoins that are created, they actually get reduced, and then we'll get to a point when we get to 21 million. Is it wise to buy Bitcoin now? Yes, if you do have money to buy one Bitcoin, which is 1 million rand, you can buy Bitcoin. But then, now do remember that when you buy before it reaches 21 million rand, then you might actually benefit, because I do believe Bitcoin will get to a point where it is even maybe over 10 million rand. Another problem that Bitcoin and blockchain is solving is the banking system and the government. So when you go to a bank, you cannot actually control your money. The power sits with the bank. So meaning they can decide tomorrow that they close your account and there's nothing you can do about it. But then when it comes to Bitcoin, there is a general ledger which is available and transparent for everyone to see. So you can go to Blockchain Explorer where you can see all the transactions that are happening, the money, the transaction, when a person sends money to another person, you can actually see the wallet addresses. You can never know who's the owner of that wallet address. The third problem which is solved by blockchain is the bank actually also controls the fees. They can actually charge whatever amount they want, but then with blockchain, you actually know what fee you are actually paying, and we control the market. So the more people buy Bitcoin, the more the value will go up. Support Bitcoin is Warren Buffett, and he actually said there is no product, and I guess, I don't know if it's old age or maybe it's wisdom, but then he actually wants to see what he's buying and where. And he actually said that the money is controlled by the hype and also by the excitement of people. So we actually create Bitcoin and say there's a Bitcoin, but then there is no tangibility when it comes to Bitcoin. So he never supported Bitcoin. He doesn't own Bitcoin, and he will never support Bitcoin. I cannot say that he will regret his decision because he made his money somewhere. So that's his opinion. So what are some of the companies that actually accept Bitcoin? You can book flights now. You can buy things now online using Bitcoin. Microsoft, and there's flights. And I think there was a point when Tesla was actually accepting Bitcoin, and there's different companies which I will list on my computer for you guys to see the list of companies that actually accept Bitcoin. Do I think there's future in Bitcoin? Definitely there's future in Bitcoin. Not only the fourth industrial revolution where everything is just moving to technology. I do believe that there's future because there's transparency, guys. You actually see what you are spending. You actually, even when you take loan in Bitcoin or in one of these crypto exchanges, you actually see what you are getting and for how much and when. So it is controlled by us, guys. Whereas in banks, you would see so many fees, and then they will give you 3 documents, 3-page or 4-page or even 10-page document, which you need to sign and even try to understand before signing. And those fees that you don't even know about. But then with Bitcoin, you actually know what you're getting yourself into. Another important aspect that one needs to understand is the evolution of money. So as you know that during the barter system, people traded what they had, what they planted, their animals and their chickens in order to trade, in order to sell to each other. We then moved to the gold evolution. The gold evolution, it was difficult to carry your gold in order to go buy something like stocks, and then that's when the government actually got involved, and then the people trusted the government in order to say that the government will actually control, this person has this type of gold, this person has this amount of gold, and then we can give them in a form of paper. And then that's when we started having coins, and then the coins was used to buy, and then we moved to the paper money. The paper money, that around that time I was there, I was also using the paper money, and then we moved to plastic money. That's when the credit card started happening, and now we moved to internet banking, where we can now transfer money. I can say I have 1,000 rand in my bank account and just transfer. I don't need to go to the bank. But now we are in the digital space. Whether you want it or not, we are in that space. So it is better for you to understand cryptocurrency, because we are going to use cryptocurrency to transfer money. Let's look at the price of Bitcoin so that you can see in which day did it actually go to 1 million rand. When you go to CoinGecko, you would see that the prices is actually set into ZAR. You can change this price from ZAR into USD by just going there and click USD. You will see that the prices will be shown in USD. So at the moment it's sitting at around $65,000. But then since I'm in South Africa, and I know most of you are in South Africa, I'll change it back to ZAR so that we can see this money in ZAR. So you just click here and then type ZAR. And then you start seeing the money in ZAR. And then you can see the price now is over 1 million rand. And the last hour it had dropped with 0.2%. In the last 24 hours, it was 1.1. And then the last 7 days, it has increased with 3.9%. So it doesn't matter, even if you just own 1,000 rand worth of Bitcoin, if this price goes up, you also benefit. That's why I am keeping my tiny little Bitcoin in my crypto wallet, because I do benefit from that. And then let's just go and you click Bitcoin in order to see the price of this Bitcoin. You would see that the circulation supply, it is actually sitting at around 18 million. Remember I said the limit is 21 million. You will see now that it's sitting, when it gets to 21 million, there won't be any Bitcoin created. And those who own anything on Bitcoin, they would actually benefit from that, because the demand will go up because the supply will be low. And remember I said the maximum supply is 21 million. You can see that. And then you can also see the market supply and the market cap, which is this one. And then let's just go to the dashboard, and then you can see why I say it has gone up, and then when did it actually go to 1 million rand. And then you can see that the date is actually 10 November at around 8. The price of this coin actually went to 1,055,000 rand. And then this price actually now it is sitting at 1 million rand and 3. So which is also good because it didn't drop that much. Actually, the drop, it is the price correction. It's not anything that happened in any other country. Because remember, when something happens, like maybe when Elon Musk announced that he's no longer accepting Bitcoin in Tesla, then the price will drop. And then remember, the drop of Bitcoin actually affects all the other alternative coins. So because of this one is just the price correction, nothing extraordinary happened around the world. Even when China decided that they do not accept Bitcoin in their country anymore, the price of Bitcoin actually went up. But then those are some of the factors that can affect Bitcoin. Nothing much. We control the markets, and those who have a lot of Bitcoin, they actually control the largest portion of Bitcoin. And those people, we call them whales because they own number of Bitcoins that are actually higher. And you can see who owns actually the higher amount in Blockchain Explorer. Remember, I said you can only see the wallet. You can never know the type of owner or the owner of that Bitcoin. And then now let's look at the 14-day trading view. You would see as well that it actually went down on the 6th of November. It was around 916, but now it is stable on 1 million. And then, yes, it went this morning when I looked at it at around, I think at around 10, it was around 990 something thousand. So now you can see that Bitcoin is actually doing well. We can continue owning this coin. And I do advise people to buy portions. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I would advise on what I am doing, and you have to take your own risk because it is a risk. This market is volatile, guys. It is a risk when you put your money in cryptocurrency. And do not forget to put your two-factor authentication, and do have a ledger if you can, where you actually transfer your coins into a hard drive, because then they cannot steal from your hard drive. But then if they are somewhere there in some crypto exchange, you will definitely, if they can hack, they will hack your wallet. So guys, this is what's happening with Bitcoin, and I am excited for those who are multimillionaires because of Bitcoin. And I do love Bitcoin, and I think it will go far, and I think BMW as well will start accepting Bitcoin if they haven't started, because there were talks at some point that they will start accepting Bitcoin. So whole lot of people, whole lot of companies will start accepting Bitcoin because it is stable, guys. It is the very first coin that was created, and it is the one that we actually set the standard with. And there is Etoro as well, which actually came with proof of concept. We can now put codes and scripts in order to manipulate how we develop in blockchain. So there is a lot of growth in terms of development. There is Cardano as well, which is another blockchain. So there's a lot of blockchain out there which are actually coming out, solving different problems. And I believe blockchain is the way. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you just subscribe to the channel, and I hope you will support me in my mission to get to 10,000. Thank you so much for watching, and do install that crypto wallet.